Hi, I'm Aaron Roth, Executive Director of the Wisconsin Petroleum Council. As you know, the legislature is in the midst of its budget debate, and a critical last item for discussion will be the tax on gross receipts, known as the petroleum assessment tax. This tax is an experiment in transportation funding that has numerous negative, unintended consequences. Contrary to statements by big road construction interests, this tax has never been enacted with a provision prohibiting the tax from being passed on. The New York State Supreme Court ruled in 1983 that it was a violation of the Constitution's Commerce Clause. Up to a 3% tax absorbed by petroleum suppliers will likely make Wisconsin an island from adequate energy supply. At today's prices, why would any company sell at a 7+ cent penalty when it can market penalty-free in adjoining states? This tax will affect all petroleum marketers, large and small. Because it is set at a percentage and not cents per gallon, transportation funding will be much less predictable. When prices are high, funding may be more than needed. When they are lower than legislative estimates, funding could be less than adequate. Finally, if passed, enforced, and subsequently overturned in court 2 or 4 years down the road, the state will owe petroleum companies hundreds of millions of dollars plus interest. That will be a deep hole to fill. It is widely believed that part of the motivation for this experimental tax is revenge against petroleum companies. But exactly who will bear the brunt of this revenge? A few days ago, a study was released showing almost 43% of oil and natural gas company shares are owned by mutual funds and asset management companies that have mutual funds. Mutual funds manage accounts for some 55 million U.S. households with a median income of $68,700. In 2004, more than 2,600 pension funds run by federal, state, and local governments held almost $64 billion in shares of U.S. oil and natural gas companies. These funds represent the major retirement security for the nation's current and retired soldiers, teachers, police, and fire personnel at every level of government. 14% of petroleum company shares are held in IRA and other personal retirement accounts. 45 million U.S. households have IRA and other personal retirement accounts with an average account value of just over $22,000. So who are we really hurting by this ill-advised experimental tax promoted by big road construction interests? We're hurting a lot of folks like you and me. There are alternatives to this experiment, and many legislators have come to the same conclusion. Now is the time to speak out on this issue. Now is the time to build good roads and not dig holes.